This loading screen is one of the best loading screens I've ever loading screened.
I just want to go into these previouslys and put him as the Hulu guy in instead.
Feed was a good idea.
You've been good to me and my family.
Dub in The Walking Dead is brought to you with limited commercial interruption.
Won't forget that.
Previously on Mitsubishi.
Those look like the people who raided my camp.
Down, you're paranoid. Fuck you!
Did you tell anyone out there who you were, or that you were tied to this place?
Shut up, Ben. No one likes you.
I know who you are, and I know you.
Is it possible to get it so that you have Kenny at the beginning saying, "You saved my boy, I won't forget that," and Kenny at the end saying, "You didn't have my back, I'll never forgive you."
Sounds like a car. A shitload of food and supplies.
Because that would be pretty fucking hilarious.
That would be kind of awesome.
The rest of us are taking
That sort of sums up Kenny's relationship with Lee in a nutshell, though.
Yes, it does.
If they keep getting food from them, you'll be safe.
I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen in this episode, guys. In fact, I have a good feeling this is going to be the most uplifting episode of The Walking Dead yet. We're going to find, like, the chocolate factory.
It feels like this is where the series finally hit its stride. The first one was set up, and they were still experimenting with mechanics. The second one was a weird diversion, and then this third one. Okay, I think one of the strengths is if we're moving. Then the story is how do we keep moving ahead. Travel is good. Having us sit at that motel for all that time just felt weird. And introduced too many questions.
Hey, he has Carly's gun.
That becomes your gun later. I don't know if
I didn't know we stopped
is it actually
to get
nailed
it.
down? Is it ever nailed
like this is our
down what
lucky
guns
day.
you have and what guns you don't have?
I can never tell. Sometimes you're just armed and sometimes you're not. And the game doesn't seem to make any distinction. It's a lot like a TV show where people just have and do not have guns according to what the writer needs to have happened.
It's not even clear where you
that's
guys
fine,
get guns in the first place.
And you wouldn't object to it at all if it wasn't your character. We expect in a video game that we know what we have, and hey, if I'm in control, then I want to always have all the guns with me all the time.
Lee,
I mean, if it was up to you, you would have your gun out at every second of this game, is the thing.
Yeah.
Right, because obviously I'm playing a video game. I'm going to have my gun out.
You actually run role-playing games a lot. There's always that one player who's like, okay, so then this thing happens. He's like, okay, I'm gonna attack, and you're like, your sword would be drawn. He's like, of course my sword is drawn. I just walk around with it drawn all the time because I think I'm gonna get into fights and shit.
I like how in the interim between episode 1 and episode 3, a helicopter has crashed into the pharmacy.
Over the rig into the pharmacy and scrape together whatever supplies.
That's a really tall pharmacy. They probably just didn't see it.
Wow. That helicopter must be on drugs. Hey!
Some jackasses in Daisy that don't know how to fly helicopters.
Whoa.
You okay?
Hold on there, Kenny. That ladder looks like it's just hanging by a plot thread there.
How many more trips we've got in us.
I don't think it'll hold on. Oh, there it goes. It fell off now.
Why is that ladder randomly?
You said that like 15 seconds after that actually happened.
Well, that's because... Yes, I know, because we watch it on a time delay. For me, I was saying it as it happened, and it's just a drawback of our format. I blame Chris.
I just like poking fun at you.
So much for the military.
I am the one who created internet latency, so...
He did.
You invented it as a limiter on human.
You get 5 cents
progress.
every time our internet lags.
If it weren't for you, encoding speeds would be instantaneous, Chris.
But yeah, I didn't think about this at the time, but why did that ladder break down? Like, what about the
it's a
zombie
metal
apocalypse would have caused
ladder
it to destroy? Yeah.
Like, I mean, you've been around stuff, industrial ladders like that. They don't just tend to fall apart like plastic lawn furniture from Walmart. I mean, that's metal. It tends to be really strong.
Unless it's rusted.
the zombie virus makes metal rust faster.
Yeah. To be
I
fair,
just
many
enjoyed-
zombie games have this problem.
I just
Yes,
enjoyed
they
this
do.
Jurassic Park puzzle. I liked it.
This looks like a swell idea.
Your girl's still upset with me for taking stuff out of that car.
Can I just say, I would have had no idea that Jeeps could do that.
Yeah, neither did I.
Have you not seen Jurassic Park?
Christ, I've heard your.
It's been a long time.
What's done is done.
That was not what I expected for that thing to say.
Chris, when Jurassic Park came out, I was not anywhere near old enough to see it.
I was, what,
Duck was
8?
asking about that guy at Herschel's farm last
Yeah.
night.
But was I even alive? Let me
I
check.
wasn't sure at face.
Don't
Oh my
make me
gosh.
sad.
Of course.
Don't make me sad, Rutskarn.
It was a scary situation.
Jurassic
for
Park,
him.
1993.
So,
Okay.
I'm
I
just worried
was
he'll always think
talking,
it's his fault.
saying a few words at that time.
I was an adult.
I can back up.
Hey, Rutscar,
Hey,
I was
let's
older
look around
then
down
than
here
you are
some more.
now. I was older then than you are now, Rutscar.
I take it back. I was at an age where I could have seen Jurassic Park, because I would have had no idea what was
Sure,
going
you're
on. I would have just been like,
Lee, I'm fine. I've got this. Give me your hand.
You cackled like a witch when you were a baby?
I freak people the fuck out.
Great going there,
baby.
Kenny.
Oh, sorry, Lee. I suck. Although
You ain't never
you did
had
get-
my back all the time, Lee.
I'm fine. Shit. I'm sorry, pal.
Okay, now this, the
it wasn't
upcoming
any worse.
choices, which is what this whole scene is about, is a woman is about to inexplicably burst into the store. Actually, it'll be after we loot this store, but it's worth
No, it's
talking about
happening
now.
right
Okay. It's like, how did this woman survive all this time and then all of a sudden turn into a giant dum-dum?
A walker? Walkers don't scream, do
Making
they?
as much noise as possible, running around in the open, not trying to climb out of reach or do anything that you would expect to get away from these things.
We have to help her. How?
Not armed.
Shit.
It's a girl, we have to help her? That's kind of jarring.
Which of these choices is the one that people didn't do more of?
Oh, people didn't
is being
shoot her because They were
hardcore.
like, yeah.
No,
Hardcore.
people were hardcore. Yeah, hardcore is letting her live so that she keeps the zombies busy and buys you more
She stays
time.
alive and brings them all
Yes.
out of their
And
house.
Wait, so
I mean, that is-
I'm confused. Now, do I shoot her or not? Because you guys are
No
not, like,
shoot.
is the hardcore one the
No
one
shoot.
that people did, or...
Do
So
Shoot
don't
her
shoot
because
her
people
to take
didn't
the-
shoot her.
Shoot the zombies instead. Alright, then.
Yeah, that's what more people did, I think.
She's like 15 feet away from us. She could run right over here. But she's
She
being
could, she
nice and
totally
considerate and not running towards us while also making tons of noise.
She could run right over here, climb up here, and what are those zombies gonna do to climb up on this thing? Now they could
So if
bash
we let
into
her
this
live-
building, but yeah.
Yeah, if we let her live, do zombies still attack when we're in this building? Because
Yes,
my
when you
playthrough-
leave.
Okay.
We should be good to clear this place out.
It
We ain't
didn't
got all
even
day.
matter.
Get everything you can.
Well, I love this because I let her live thinking like, oh, I'm so smug, I made a smart strategic decision. And then as I'm like looting this place and hearing the screams and then slowly going to gurgling silence, suddenly I felt kind of guilty.
Yes,
You
you
played
think?
this through with your girlfriend, now wife, right?
Yeah. But she
And
didn't want
you're-
to play through it because she didn't want to make the decisions.
Yeah, she's sitting by, like, kind of, like, her lip curled up, eyes narrowed, as you're like, oh man, I love canned peaches.
There's not much time now.
Quick, grab all the
Prescription
things.
meds? I love prescription meds.
Oh, this does give you more time. There's just nothing left to get. I can't click on that one. Hey, Kenny,
it's
we have everything.
It's a thing of castor oil.
Fuck! Incoming! Come on, Lee!
I also managed to get lots of supplies, so
Nothing over.
objectively I'm a better player than Josh is.
Yeah.
You guys told me to do this.
Still clear.
You just come back with a backpack full of Epicac.
That fucking door, man. That door keeps trying to murder us.
So first, Josh, you're saying that you're a good player and you make smart decisions, and then you're saying you listen to me. Which is it, Josh?
I don't have to always make smart decisions.
I like how the zombies are just happy to lay on the door and aren't attacking Kenny.
No, they're gone now. They magically disappeared. And
Chill
now I have
out.
a gun. I think it would be cool if the zombie version of Doug or Carly attacked you here.
Oh, that would be hard.
You know, we were talking about this a few seconds ago, but I kind of want to bring it back up. I love the way the game treats guns basically as plot devices and not mechanics. Because if it did treat them like mechanics, first of all, ammo would be a going concern because you'd be like, okay, how many of these guys can I kill? And also, you'd end up with that thing where there'd be no tension until you were out of ammo, because you would know, oh, a zombie, let's just make sure we pop him in the head. I mean, like what happens in Left 4 Dead. You're not afraid of any one zombie.
Isn't there one point where ammo is a concern?
Wait, okay, so this was interesting. Because in my playthrough, there was a moment where, like, I was in trouble and Kenny needed to help me, and I looked at him and he wouldn't. But I think if Kenny's fine, like, nothing just happens. It's just like, you know, he hangs back. I remember it was really douchey because there was no reason he couldn't help either. He was just standing there like, save Lee. Well, on the one hand, he saved my son, he's always had my back, and he's a nice guy, and he's helped us on multiple occasions, and he made sure my son didn't eat human flesh. But he didn't help me murder that septuagenarian, so...
You can't stop Duck from eating human flesh. Duck is a cannibal.
Looks like we got the kid on watch again.
But you tried.
What'd you get?
We might as well leave a sign out that says the men are gone. Come and rape our women and children.
Huh.
Real tactful, Kenny.
So, what did you get?
You were just going on about how it'd be great if, you know, Lily didn't snap.
Stupid shit comes out of Kenny's mouth on a regular basis. That line.
He's from Florida. He's from Florida, and that explains everything, apparently.
Yeah,
Florida,
obviously.
I'm sorry about Kenny.
We'll get through the winter here.
The winter? We'll freeze our asses
I've
off
been
here.
from Florida.
Piling into an
It's pretty accurate.
what you did to my
Okay, so I'm
terrible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I've lived all over the U.S. except the southern United States. How cold does it actually get during the winter in Georgia?
And we got enough arrows.
I've lived in Florida and North Carolina. It can get below freezing. Generally speaking, it gets down to 30s, 40s. It'll get cool.
So it's
but not
basically like the winter
Ah,
Easy, kid.
why
I mean,
are
it
we
can-
having this conversation?
It can drop below freezing, but it's not as common as it would be up north.
Don't boss.
There's nothing more
Somebody needs to
riveting
make
than listening to
executive
people
decisions
talk
for the
about
group,
the
though.
respective weathers, seasonal weather in their states.
Well, it's Georgia. It's in between states.
And lack of food.
We're strongest together.
Yeah.
It can't be you versus us.
It's
We're sorry for what happened to your dad, but we're in this
To
together.
be fair, you know, maybe that's just because I've been
What
living in
about
California
protection?
the last 5
What
years
about when
and there's
this place
nothing to
falls?
talk
Somebody's gotta be
about when you're
thinking
talking about
about this
California weather.
How has this not been?
So what was it
working?
like yesterday?
We have everything we
You
need.
remember that time, that day we had?
What about
Which
medicine?
one?
We
Any
got
of them?
plenty of food from
It
that
was like that
station
one.
wagon.
You didn't even want to
Oops.
take it. Where the hell would we be now?
you need to learn
Was
about
that-
the seasons, Rutskarn.
Fingers crossed.
I
for
thought
those
we had
station
plenty of food to
wagons.
leave. Maybe no.
Everything
I
that
guess I
happens to
didn't
us
think
is
that through.
another excuse for you to pull this crap about leaving. All I want is a week of peace, of not hearing it.
I'm actually
Every time
surprised she's
something
not
horrible happens to us-
as super pissed at us as I expected she would be.
Every time
Some
something
girl
horrible
was
happens
screaming
to
out
us
of
in
an
this
alley,
motel,
dead,
you
man,
come up with
all
this
over.
bullshit
She
about
gave us
leaving
enough
it.
time to get everything we could out of the drugstore.
And you just let her suffer like what? Like bait? God, what is happening?
You weren't out there.
I do
Thanks,
like just
Kenny.
kind of leaving it
Thanks.
so that
Take that
other
tone
people
with
talk.
you.
That's the other
That's the
interesting
first
part
thing
about
he's
these
done in a
dialogue
while.
choices
Back
is
now
that
you think
if
being
you don't say
outside is smart.
anything, at least
Hey,
for a
if you
while
don't
in
agree
most
with
of
it,
them,
then we'll
the
take
other
everything we
characters
got
will
in these
talk.
bags and put it in a pile marked
It's like
no
you can
hypocrites,
decide to
and you
interject.
can use everything else.
We got what we needed. It was just something that had to happen.
Lee's right. We've been putting our lives on the
She
line
was
doing
dead
these
anyway.
runs into
That's
the
how
city.
I always
You wouldn't believe the shit we see.
thought of that. It's like that woman was completely screwed the moment she began running around screaming like a day one of the zombie apocalypse
out onto
idiot.
the streets. It's hell on earth. And it's
L2P nub.
It's not going to be easier out
Help!
on the road.
I'm an arbitrary plot device, and I'm
I
acting
know you're not above
maliciously.
murder. I know somebody has been stealing our supplies. That's right, stealing. And I know the list.
No,
of
I mean, I make
people
fun.
gets
Yes,
smaller
she was a
every
bit arbitrary,
day.
but that was still a very
Now
interesting
everybody
choice.
get out.
And I did feel
Someone's
bad
been
when I made
stealing
that.
our supplies, and you're a murderer.
Okay,
The list
okay,
of people
so
I can
that's
trust is growing
actually
smaller every day. I'm not paranoid and angry and insane. Would a paranoid, crazy person be shouting?
You understand.
That's actually interesting because if you didn't kill Larry, then she will not immediately reveal that she suspects people are stealing supplies. She'll tell it to you.
Rough day, I guess.
Yep, I've just been calling.
Does she still ask you to investigate, or do you have to do that on your own now?
Probably worth talking to
You go back in and make sure she's alright.
Since her dad died, she's
I
been
see.
a live wire. And now, if she's
Wait a minute, that's what happened to me, Josh. I think they did the same choices.
I don't remember her yelling it out at everyone that, oh, people are stealing supplies, like nobody else had any idea.
I actually don't recall. Maybe that happened, maybe it didn't.
Have you seen anything weird on watch? Is there anybody out there up to anything?
Nope. Really quiet.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Which is good.
Did you ever come down here to Macon much?
I didn't have much
Yeah,
reason to.
totally.
Parents would let me take the car
Yep.
to the city on the weekend.
Yep.
But what's in Macon?
Yeah.
We can't.
It's
We
kind of a
can't
waste of
really.
time compared to Atlanta.
I mean, there's
grew
lots
up
of
in-
stuff to get through.
Oh, I didn't mean to say it's crappy or anything. It's super nice. I mean, not
Like
now,
how
I
he's
bet
so
it was.
nervous about.
Is-
What do you think about Lily?
She scares the crap out of me.
That's a reasonable
Ben,
thing to
just
feel.
stop.
I'm just worried she's going to snap.
Talk to you later, Ben.
Bye.
I'm just worried she's gonna snap. Well, talk to you later, Ben.
Oh, hi. I'm not doing anything, paranoid or anything. I'm just creating a billboard tree of photos of people who are out to kill me.
I wanted to follow up on what you said about stolen supplies.
Do you know what's going on?
I don't. I just heard.
Well, I do, but
And
I
you
played
came in
through the
here to
game already,
confess?
so.
I'm not stealing shit.
You know, that's
I'm here to
important.
help.
There's a traitor. Somebody, one of us, out there. He or she or they have been taking things.
He or she or the.
For
Okay,
real?
yeah. Okay.
Who?
They is
What
in
do you
multiple
got?
people, not they
Yes,
is in
for
an
real.
ad hoc.
And I don't know
gender
shit.
pronoun.
I just know.
I was about to say, I got the
It's
sense
the
that
good
everyone was
stuff.
pretty cisgender in this group.
Antibiotics, oxy, fuck, anything with opium in it.
I see the count, and it's fine.
I keep my own. That one's getting messed with. I'm a fucking mess right now, but I'm not stupid. I know what happens if I start a witch hunt.
So you want me to start one?
I want you to poke around.
I don't want you to start a witch
Let's see
hunt.
it
I
go.
just want you to pick who you think is guilty and shoot them in the fucking face.
I found this tossed into the garbage.
Huh.
We don't toss out equipment, we fix it. You'd only try to get rid
I
of
like
a
to
flashlight
believe
if
that
you were
before the
using it when you
apocalypse,
shouldn't.
Lily worked in human resources.
It's just a few things. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's basically Lily. She's
An
a
attitude
particularly
like that puts
bloody-minded
you on the top of the
personnel
suspect
department.
list.
A mystery.
Oh no, Doug's the one. Not Doug's. Duck is the one who's been stealing everything.
I heard you guys talking.
You need
Dun,
to
dun,
unhear all
dun.
of that.
Can I help?
What did I just say?
You're the Grace Detective, and I can be Dick Grayson, your ward. That's Robin.
I know who it is.
Can we even make Batman and Robin jokes without Mumbles here.
Okay, you're right.
It's just not the same.
My heart's not in it.
What do I do?
I you know, honestly,
Go
I
look
could have
around.
even done like some
Let me know if you
trolling
find
about
anything
like the various
weird.
Robins, but
I'm on
again,
the
it's just like if Mumbles was here, I would have said something like, Dick Grayson, wasn't he killed by the Joker? Or something like that, but yeah, fuck it.
Duck will help. Oh. That's good.